Every once in a while in writing my blog, there are certain topics that sort of transcend the blog format, and I have one that I'd like to talk about today because it's kind of confusing our family. We're not exactly sure how to answer this question for ourselves, and that has to do with the boycott of Target. For those of you who don't know what's going on or what's happening, in Minnesota, Target paid into a political fund that supports political candidates that are business friendly. And this fund was called Minnesota Forward. Now, the downside of this was Minnesota Forward supported a candidate that was very anti-gay, and his name was Tom Emmer, and he was their Republican candidate for governor. And one of his platform items was that he was all for a state ban on same-sex marriage written into their constitution. Now, I fully believe Target had no idea where the heck their money was going or that it was ever going to end up in Tom Emmer's hand. But the whole thing has absolutely exploded, and Target has received an absolute storm of controversy, putting it mildly. Target's response has largely been to say that the reason why they made the donation was because they search out candidates that will support their retail agenda. And there's no surprise there. That's what corporations do. They're always going to put the corporation's interest first, and generally human interest comes second. Now, Target is facing a huge boycott. Not only, it started mainly with the gay community, but it has really spread far beyond that. And in reading the blogs to write my post, there are so many Target icons on those blogs, they almost look like they're Target's blogs, completely bought and paid for, because there are so many news items popping up about this story. And the resentment and anger and the sheer amount of people that are saying, I will never shop at Target again because of this, has gotten absolutely and completely out of control. Now here's the problem. Our family shops at Target a lot. We, even with 2 kids, we were there a lot. But now with 5, we absolutely rely on it. And the only other real option that we have in our area is Walmart. And Walmart is not the ultimate evil in the universe, but they have a lot of their own ethical problems, and we always saw Target as being a very gay-friendly business. We know a friend who works there, a lesbian friend, who lets us know that they're a very gay-forward business. They're there for AIDS walks. They'll let their employees march in pride parades. They've always got a presence there in a very gay-friendly way. They offer great benefits for gay employees and their partners. Everything about them up till now has been really positive. And even HRC kind of confirms that by giving them their 100% score in their index of companies that are gay positive and gay friendly. Companies like Walmart only got 40%. It's a really hard thing to get. So when this happened, we start going, well, crap, now what the heck do we do? Because now when we go to Target, we feel like we're being bad gays for going there. I feel like when I walk out with my 2 gigantic boxes of diapers and wipies that I'm going to be tarred and feathered as soon as I leave the door. And I feel like I'm not supporting the gay community. And I think that's kind of unfortunate. Since all this has happened, Target's not always had the best response. There have been protests at Target headquarters where instead of just facing the crowd directly, they turned off their escalators and tried to pretend like it didn't happen. HRC tried to negotiate with them to see if they would donate an equivalent amount of money to them in order to offset what they donated to MN Forward. And Target refused to do so. They did apologize for what they did and promised that there would be oversight over any future donations that are made to any political campaign, which is great. I think they really did learn their lesson from this because everything that Target touches now has been tainted by this controversy. They had a huge fashion expo in New York that had protesters at it. They've just launched a joint website with another fashion design company that has had people pull out of it because of this controversy. They're really still seeing a lot of backlash, and it's getting worse. And it seems like every week the pitch of this thing goes up instead of going away. So we want to know, because we're having a hard time deciding for ourselves, what you all think about this Target boycott. Is it harming the gay community to shop at a place that acts this way, even though it wasn't really intentional? It was more just negligent, versus companies like Exxon, who gave their gay employees domestic partnership benefits and then took them away, or companies like Jamba Juice that knowingly donated to Prop 8. Those are companies that really are boycott-worthy that I still won't have anything to do with. Versus Target, that kind of did this one-time really stupid thing that they probably won't ever do again because of the amount of backlash that they've got from it. One more facet of this is the fact that Target is donating to any political campaign at all. You know, they made it very clear that the reason why they did this was to support their shareholders. And if you look in the blogs, you'll find their official statements on this. They wanted to make sure that Target's interests were met. And that's a little bit disturbing to me, that our our system of government is being influenced by companies that are now considered people by the United States government, capable of giving any amount of money that they want to. And they have a lot more money than you and I have to give people, I will tell you that. So, thanks a lot, Supreme Court. A part of this really falls on them for doing so. And you have people like Rupert Murdoch, who are giving $1 million to the Republican Gubernatorial Association. And it's only going to get worse, and the amounts are going to get bigger. And pretty soon the only way you're going to be able to have any effect on the political process at all is by shopping or not shopping at certain businesses, because your votes will count a lot less in an election than they will at a cash register. So I think a great deal of this, the real core of this issue, is not so much that Target gave to an anti-gay candidate, but that Target was giving it all in the first place. So, there you have it. We put it to you, and we want to know what you think. Right now, we're kind of leaning to the fact that I don't think this boycott is a really great idea. You know, I don't think you're doing a lot of good, and you're not teaching Target any more of a lesson than it's already learned. But that's kind of my opinion on it. So, let us know what you think. Not YouTube.